Today, I'm going to be scoring one rushing touchdown with every quarterback in Madden 26, and we're going to be starting with the Baltimore Ravens. And when I say every quarterback in the NFL, I'm not going to be scoring a touchdown with like backups and all of that. I'm just using the starters, and obviously, the starter for the Baltimore Ravens is Lamar Jackson, who is the fastest quarterback in the NFL. So out of all of the QBs that we use today, this is probably going to be the easiest one, but we're going to get sacked. Wasn't really expecting that to happen, so that's gonna set us back 6 yards, which kind of sucks, but hopefully we can get Mark Andrews open. Oh, dude, we actually might have to go on the run again here, man. But this time we have a lot more open field. So Lamar's going to bring it all the way to the 10. So one more run should hopefully be enough to do it. I'm going to go on a passing play instead of like that designed run, though, because I feel like we honestly have a better chance of scoring off of a passing play. And it looks like that is going to work out for a touchdown from Jackson. But that's going to bring us down to New Orleans. And their starting quarterback is Spencer Rattler, who is not much of... Actually, never mind. He can kind of run the ball, but nothing like Lamar. So for a guy like this, I mean, I feel like our best option is just to throw the ball until we get to like maybe like the 5-yard line or something, and then we might have a chance. Actually, that should set us up right away, man. Olave is gonna bring it all the way to the 1-yard line. I don't know how I'm even gonna score like a rushing touchdown with some of these guys. I mean, I feel like once we get to Aaron Rodgers, that one might be a little bit of a nightmare, but hopefully Rattler can punch it in right here. Aw, dude, that's gonna be close, but I think we are gonna have the rushing touchdown with them. But that's gonna bring us to the Seattle Seahawks, who now have Sam Darnold as their starting quarterback. So, I mean, it should be interesting to see how he can play on his new team. And Darnold really isn't much of a runner, so just like Rattler, I'm gonna try and get the ball as close to like the 1-yard line as I can. And then hopefully we can just get a... Oh, hold on, that actually might get us there quickly. Come on, Smith and Jigba's gonna bring it all the way down. He didn't even want to go down there, man, but we're down at the 2. So hopefully I can just take it on the ground with Darnold right here. But again, this is probably going to be a bit more difficult than Rattler, because I feel like Darnold's speed really isn't that impressive, and we fumbled the ball. Even better. I think this one's going to be pretty tough. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I mean, we find... Oh, actually, never mind. I think we've got it right there. That actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I thought that was going to take like all 4 attempts. But anyways, that's going to bring us to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The defense got an interception, so thankfully the field position is pretty good right now. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers really isn't much of a runner. That worked out pretty well, though. I might have underestimated this guy. I thought he was going to be a lot slower than this, because I know in previous Maddens, I mean, when I've done this with Rodgers, it was probably the most difficult one. We're almost in already, though. We're down to the 2-yard line. I mean, it's 3rd and goal, so realistically, I got 2 more attempts to try and punch it in. The QB sneak's not going to get us in right there, but now we're down to the 1-yard line, so, aw, dude, I really don't know about this. This actually might be a fail, but I guess we'll see what happens. Come on, Rodgers, please, we're gonna get stopped, man. I just knew that Aaron Rodgers was gonna be a problem for me. I mean, we did get off to a pretty good start, but after that, I mean, obviously, it kind of just went downhill from there, and we're gonna get sacked. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to score a touchdown before halftime, man. There's only like 40-something seconds on the clock now, and we gotta get it away again, and I'm pretty sure that flag is on us. Aaron Rodgers, bro, why do you gotta do this to me? We're all the way back to the 18-yard line now, so, I mean, at this point, this is gonna be damn near impossible. I'm gonna try and go for Metcalf, and hopefully that can make it a little bit easier. But either way, we still need to find a way to get 2 yards, and it's 4th down. So this is basically gonna be our final attempt of the half. Come on, man. Just somehow get some open field for me. Please. Please. It's not gonna happen. I knew this is how it was gonna go. I knew Rodgers was just gonna be an issue. Thankfully, after that, I did get the ball down to the 1-yard line, though, so hopefully this time we can actually punch it in. And there it is. We have finally scored a rushing touchdown with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, hopefully that's the most difficult one that we have to deal with today, because if I have to do that more than once, I'm gonna go mentally insane. But that's gonna bring us to the Houston Texans, who have CJ Stroud. And this guy should definitely be a breath of fresh air from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's not the fastest quarterback in the world, but compared to Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this guy is basically Lamar Jackson. And it looks like we are all the way down to the 1-yard line. So hopefully Hopefully one more solid route will be enough to do it, and it looks like, oh my god, we're in. We threw the ball after we scored the touchdown. I was trying to press A to stiff arm there, but I forgot that also throws the football. But either way, we're good. But that's gonna bring us to the Tennessee Titans, who have Cam Ward as their quarterback, and we have pretty good field position here. So if we get lucky, we might be able to get this one done in one play. That's not gonna happen, but we're close. We're all the way down to the 7. Miami's gonna make it tough on us though, because they did actually bring up a 4th down after that, so we really only have one more attempt to get this done, but it looks like we're good because Cam Ward's in for the touchdown. That's gonna bring us to the Minnesota Vikings, and obviously their starting quarterback is gonna be JJ McCarthy, who should be one of the better running QBs that we use today. So I'm hoping this one won't be too difficult, but either way, I am still gonna try and get the ball as close to like the 10-yard line or something as I can here. And actually, never mind. I'm gonna keep this on the ground, man. That's gonna work out pretty well. Hold on. That's one of the quickest touchdowns we have scored up to this point. I did not think the blocks were gonna be that good, but I'll take it. But anyways, that's gonna bring us to the Chicago Bears, who have Caleb Williams. And thankfully, for the sake of my insanity, more teams than not do have like a versatile QB who can throw the ball and rush the ball, so that makes it a lot easier on me. I mean, if this was like Madden 10 or 11 or anything around that age, I mean, this video would just be an absolute nightmare to film because most quarterbacks were not running back then. But I'm gonna try and go on the ground again with Williams. We're not gonna quite have the first down, but we're close. So, I mean, I'm gonna put in the air and hopefully we can get DJ Moore open. If this works out, I think we should be pretty close to the end zone. I mean, that brings it to the 1. So hopefully we don't get sacked here, because I mean, as long as we don't, I'm thinking one more play should be enough to punch it in for a touchdown. That's gonna be difficult. Oh my god, we get sacked too. Nothing wants to come easy in this video, man. I mean, every single touchdown I've scored, other than maybe like McCarthy and Jackson, have been very difficult to get. And of course, that one brings up a 4th down. So this is gonna be our last attempt on this drive to try and punch it in. Come on, man. Give me a block. Give me a block. Okay, we're in. I thought we were gonna have to play another drive. I'm actually very surprised that worked out. I mean, the way things are going right now, unless we really speed it up, this is probably gonna be one of my longer videos, but I'm gonna try and go for Jamar Chase to start things off here. Obviously, we're down in Cincinnati now, so they have Joe Burrow as their quarterback, who can run if he needs to, but he's not the fastest in the world. So I do want to kind of get us set up here. I'll probably try and go back for Chase, unless we can get like Gesicki or something open. Actually, who is that, man? We're gonna have the other tight end, so that brings it all the way to the 1. I mean, on the downside, Carolina did bring up a 3rd down after that, but we're close enough where I'm hoping we can just QB sneak this, so hopefully we can steal an easy one with Burrow, and he's gonna be in for the score. But that's gonna bring us to the Buffalo Bills, who obviously have Josh Allen as their starting quarterback, and I'm hoping this is an easier one because I would say that Josh Allen is probably a top 2 rushing quarterback in the game right now, or in the NFL in general, I guess. I shouldn't just say in the game because he is right behind Lamar in real life, but hopefully we can punch it in for a quick one here. I mean, yeah, that's an easy one. So we're going to be in very quickly with Josh Allen, but that's going to bring us to the Denver Broncos, who have Bo Nix as their starting QB. So this should be another, oh, dude, I was hoping we get off to a quick start there, but Max Crosby was not having it. And we did get struck with a offensive pass interference after that, so that did back us up. But either way, now we've got it down to the 3. So if we can get lucky, I mean, one more play might be enough to do it, but it kind of all depends on how Max Crosby plays here, because if anyone's gonna wreck this, it's gonna be him. But since he wasn't able to, we are in for the touchdown. But that's gonna bring us to the Cleveland Browns, and depending on how this plays out, we might have another Aaron Rodgers situation on our hands, because their starting quarterback is Joe Flacco. We could be good though. I mean, if we can get into decent field position, this should be a lot easier. I mean, we're all the way down to the 4-yard line, which would normally be good, but honestly, with Flacco, I feel like we kind of got to QB sneak this, so hopefully we can get it down to the 1, and we are at the 1. This would be a lot easier if I could have used Shedeur, but either way, I mean, the rest of the team kind of helped us out here, so I think one QB sneak should be enough to do it. And thankfully, we've got the touchdown. But that's going to bring us to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And obviously, the starting quarterback for them is Baker Mayfield. I think we should have Mike Evans open. I might try and go for Godwin on this route right here, though. I mean, actually, the way the defense is set up, we should have a lot of yardage with Mayfield on the ground. So that's going to bring it into the red zone. So hopefully one more play will be enough to do it. I'm going to try and go for a designed run, but I mean, this is kind of 50-50, man. We're either going to get in for a touchdown or we're gonna get stopped behind the line, but thankfully we're gonna be in for the touchdown, so that will work out in our favor. But that brings us to the Arizona Cardinals, who obviously have Kyler Murray, and I would say he is probably, shouldn't say probably, he is easily a top 5 rushing quarterback in the NFL, so this should be a pretty easy one. I mean, one play and we're already down to the 13-yard line, so it's looking pretty good right now, and I think we're gonna have a 2-play touchdown, man. So he should be tied with McCarthy for the fastest touchdown of the video up to this point. But that brings us to the LA Chargers, who obviously have Justin Herbert as their starting quarterback, and we kind of got to hurry it up here because there's only like a minute and 30 seconds before the half. Okay, I was not expecting him to get away like that. I mean, if all goes well, we have a chance for another 2-play touchdown right here, but I have a feeling we're probably going to get stopped this time. So I'm just going to put it in the air because there is no way that that was going to work out. Either way, McConkey's got it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So if all goes well with this play, I think we should be able to punch it in for a touchdown right here. And it looks like we are going to have that on the ground with Herbert. But that's going to bring us to the Kansas City Chiefs, who have arguably the best quarterback in the NFL because they have Patrick Mahomes. He is pretty good at running the ball. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I can call him like a top 5 rusher. But either way, we should be able to get him pretty quickly after that. I mean, after that, as long as we get some solid blocks from the O-line, I think we should be good to run this in. Or not. Hold on. I actually might be able to make this work. Hold on. Give me a second. We're going to get caught. I thought we had that too. I had hope, man. I thought we were going to be able to make that work last second. But that is going to go for a loss, which kind of sucks. But at least it's nothing too crazy. That really sets us back. What is happening, man? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought Mahomes was gonna be a lot easier than this, but he is making it difficult on us. Or I shouldn't say him. The Jets defense is making it difficult on us. Their blitz has been crazy so far, but either way, it looks like we are going to have it right here on 4th down. So that was kind of our last breath, and we're going to get it done. But that's going to bring us to the Indianapolis Colts. And these guys have Anthony Richardson, who is one of the faster quarterbacks in the NFL. And the field position's pretty good as well. So we might have a really quick touchdown with the Colts, and it looks like he's already going to be in for the score. But that's going to bring us to the Washington Commanders, who obviously have Jaden Daniels as their starting quarterback. And I would say that this guy is easily a top 5 rushing QB in the NFL right now. Can I get that to work out? Hold on. That is a crazy play if we can catch that. I am kind of surprised that worked out in our favor. So that's going to bring it all the way to the 16-yard line. I honestly thought I was going to have to throw that one away, but either way, I'm probably going to try and keep it on the ground this time as long as we get some blocks, man. Come on, give me a block. I'm not going to get a block, but either way, we almost have the first. So 7 yards to go and we're in. I'm hoping that we can punch it in right here, but if not, I mean, 2 more attempts at the absolute most should do it, but we're gonna have the touchdown with Daniels right there. But that's gonna bring us to the Dallas Cowboys, who have Dak Prescott as their starting QB, and he can run the ball if he needs to, but I feel like it would be a lot easier just to get it down to the 1-yard line and QB sneak it. I wasn't actually planning on going all the way down to the 1-yard line there, but we had a lot more open field than I thought we were going to get. So hopefully we can just QB sneak this for the touchdown, and it looks like Dak's going to be in for the score. But that's going to bring us to the Miami Dolphins, and they have Tua Tagovailoa, who is pretty fast, but the thing is, the O-line's terrible. So if we don't get blocks, we can't really do much. And as you can tell already, we are not getting blocks. So I'm just going to go for Tyreek Hill, who either way is going to bring it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we're set up once again to hopefully score a quick touchdown here, but I mean, the thing is, again, we need help from the O-line, which I really don't think we're going to get. So I have a feeling that this one's probably going to get dragged out a lot longer than it should. I mean, we're already getting sacked. I mean, I'm sorry if you're a Dolphins fan, but I feel like the Dolphins honestly might have one of the worst O-lines in the NFL right now. I think we've got it right there, though. It looks like we are going to be in for the touchdown with Tua. But that's going to bring us to the Philadelphia Eagles, and they have Jalen Hurts, who I would definitely say is a top 5 rushing quarterback in the NFL right now. So hopefully we can get away for a quick one again. I'm actually going to try and go for a designed run right here. So as long as we get some decent blocks, we should be good. And Philly has one hell of a O-line. So this should work out a lot better than Miami. And that is going to be a 2-play touchdown from Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. But that is going to bring us down to Atlanta, and they have Michael Penix Jr., who should be another pretty quick quarterback for us to use. I think we should at least have the first, but I'm going to put in the air this time. So that will work out a lot better than it would have if we kept it on the ground. I think we would have actually been short if we kept that on the ground there. So thankfully London got open, because that's going to bring it all the way to the 25. I think we honestly should be good to keep it on the ground here, though. I mean, that will go for another first down. Obviously still short of the touchdown, but we're only 12 yards away now. So one more solid run might be enough to do it. But again, we're going to need to get some help from the O-line. That's gonna be close, but we are gonna... Oh, dude, I thought we had that. We're at the 1-yard line. So I'm just gonna go for a run with Robinson, but instead of giving it to him, I'm just gonna keep it with Penix, and hopefully this can fool the defense, and it looks like we are gonna be in for the touchdown. But that's gonna bring us to the San Francisco 49ers, and thankfully we do have pretty good field position to start this one off, because Brock Purdy definitely isn't the fastest quarterback in the world. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like super slow or anything like that, but he's not gonna be able to get away like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. I am gonna try... Yeah, that's not happening. We got Max Crosby on us, so we just gotta put it in the air. And that will unfortunately bring up a 4th down. So, I mean, if we can't get 1 yard here, we are gonna get taken off the field, but Brandon Ayuk is gonna clutch up for us. So 5 yards to go and we're in for the touchdown now. I'm really hoping that we can just get like a nice path, but I really don't think that's gonna happen for us. Actually, it did. I cannot believe that worked. Purdy's gonna be in for the score. But that is gonna bring us down to the New York Giants, and they have Russell Wilson, who is kind of like a rushing quarterback before everyone was a rushing quarterback. So he is fast, but he doesn't really put up with like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen at this point. Either way though, I mean, this one hopefully won't be too difficult, but I am going to try and put in the air here. If Slayton can get open for us though, we should be set up pretty well, and it looks like we are going to get that all the way down to the 5. So I'm going to try and go for a run with Wilson right here. I mean, we should actually be gone. Hold on. That's going to be close, but I think we should be able to barely sneak in for the touchdown. But the next team that we're going to be using is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who obviously have Trevor Lawrence as their starting QB right now. I'm going to see if we can get Thomas Jr. open though, and it looks like he is going to come down with it. I might try and go for Travis Hunter this time though, unless we can get like a bunch of running room, but Hunter's wide open, man. I can't ignore that one. So 2 yards to go and we've got the touchdown. That's going to be close. We should have that though, actually. He got a lot more separation than I thought he was going to. So Lawrence is going to be in for a pretty easy score. But that brings us to the New York Jets, and they have Justin Fields, who is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the NFL. So hopefully this will be the same story as Kyler Murray and Lamar, because they got it done pretty quickly. Same with McCarthy, but I'm going to try and go for another run right here. That's probably not going to work out. So I guess I'll just put in the air, and either way, that's going to work out pretty well. I'm kind of just waiting to get an open lane with Fields because we really haven't had one yet. But once we finally get one, I think this guy should be gone. We're not quite going to have the touchdown, but we've got it down to the 4. So hopefully one more play will be enough to punch it in. I'm just going to try, dude. Okay, hold on. We got to reroute here, but that worked out pretty well. We've got the touchdown with Fields. But that's going to bring us to the Lions, and they have Jared Goff, who isn't the fastest quarterback in the world. So this is probably going to be one of those ones where we want to get it down to like the 1 yard line and then go for a QB sneak. But I'm going to try and go for a shot with Williams right here. And if JMO can bring this in, we should be set up pretty nicely. I mean, that's going to bring it to the 1 for us. So, I mean, from here, I feel like a QB sneak should be pretty easy, and it looks like Goff is going to have the touchdown. But that's going to bring us to the Green Bay Packers, and they have Jordan Love as their starting quarterback, and the field position's already looking pretty good here. But I am going to put in the air, and we should be able to do the same thing that we just did with Jared Goff. I mean, we're down to the 1-yard line, so I'm just gonna QB sneak this, and that is... Oh, dude, we got stopped. Hold on. I thought we were easily gonna be able to punch that in, but if we get stopped again off the QB sneak here, I might have to try something else, but thankfully that is gonna work out. But that's gonna bring us down to Carolina, and obviously they have Bryce Young, who is one of the quicker quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's also small, so that makes him pretty difficult to tackle. So this could be another quick one. I mean, that run right there has already got us down to the 28, so we're looking pretty good right now, but I might try and go for a pass with McMillan. Unless we can get a bunch of open field like we just had. We don't have as much open field, but I guess I'll just keep it on the ground again. And it is going to work out pretty good for us. I mean, we're down to the 17-yard line now. So, I mean, if I can get the left side open, I might be able to run this in right here. But of course, we're going to get sacked. So that's going to set us back a little bit, man. I mean, we're at the 18-yard line now. So hopefully we can find a lane. Give me a block, man. Okay, we're good. That is definitely going for a touchdown. So we're going to be in with Bryce Young, but that's going to bring us down to New England, and they have Drake May as their starting QB. To start things off, though, I'm going to try and go for a pass with Stephon Diggs, and that one did work out pretty well for us. So we're all the way down to the 25-yard line now. I might be able to go for a run here, but hold on. We got to see how this plays out. I'm going to keep this on the ground, I think. I mean, it's not going to go for a touchdown, but... Oh, I thought we were going to have the first, but we're actually short. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to, man. We kind of ran into our own player there, so that did set us back a little bit, but either way, I might try and go for Douglas this time and see what this guy can do for us. I mean, it looks like he should bring it all the way to the 1. So at this point, I mean, we should be good to just punch it in with a QB sneak, and it looks like we are going to have the touchdown with Drake May. But that's going to bring us to the second last team on our list, and that team is the Las Vegas Raiders, who now have Geno Smith as their starting quarterback. And Geno isn't like super slow or anything like that, but I feel like this is probably going to be another one where we are going to be much better off to just try and QB sneak it. And Bowers has it all the way down to the 1. I mean, we can't get much closer than this. So if this one gets stopped, I am going to be kind of surprised, and it did actually get stopped. So it is now 3rd and goal. I'm going to try and go for one more QB sneak, but if this one fails, I'm going to have an interesting decision to make on 4th down, but thankfully we are going to have the touchdown with Geno. But that is going to bring us to the final team on our list, and that team is the LA Rams, who have Matthew Stafford as their quarterback, and he is definitely not a runner. So I'm going to try and go for another QB sneak, and Devontae's got us set up. So one more play should be enough to do it, and it looks like we are going to be able to punch it in with Matthew Stafford off the QB sneak. So that is officially one rushing touchdown with every starting quarterback in Madden 26. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got my TikTok, Instagram, all that's linked in my description. But other than all of that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.